Theatre people, we're here with the amazing Richard O'Brien for the Rocky Horror Show. Thanks for joining us, Richard.
A great pleasure.
It's astounding! Time is fleeting! Madness takes its toll! But listen closely, not for very much longer! I've got to keep control!
Well, that first song, Science Fiction Double Feature, has so many sci-fi references in it.
Yeah.
Have you always been a big fan of science fiction films?
Yes, I love the comedy. I love the unintended comedy. I love the portentousness of the dialogue. Everybody gets very serious.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Your mother's an alien. You know, it's kind of. I love all that, and it becomes very funny. And that's what we tried to do with, of course, Rocky. When we got to making the movie, of course, you have to sit down and go, we're still going to do this in that style, but let's hope nobody mistakes the idea that it really is. It's a very difficult line.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want people to think this is the best they could do. It is knowing. We're knowingly doing this in this clunky kind of dialogue way. We're knowingly doing that, but we don't want to be seen to be too knowing about it. It's a really kind of a dodgy line. It's like doing a play now written in the Middle Ages, or a movie in the Middle Ages. What kind of language can you use now? In the old days, they used to put these and thous in there. Thy vassal over yonder has insulted my daughter. You know, they put those in to make it sound as if it was in the past. But that sounds ridiculous today, doesn't it? It's parody. And it was the same problem with Rocky. We're going into parody, but we don't, and we want to be knowing about it, knowingly do this, but we don't want to be seen to be doing it. It's interesting. I think we pulled it off.
I definitely think
I think we did.
So the film itself has the longest running release in history, and the stage show is now in its 40th anniversary with the Australian cast, so I think it's done okay.
Yes, I think so.
Have you had a chance to meet the Australian cast or see?
I saw this very cast. We went up to Brisbane to see it. Yes, we saw the opening night in Brisbane.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no, it was terrific, and I can say with my hand firmly on my heart, I think Craig is possibly the funniest Frank we've ever had. He is a natural comedian. In fact, sometimes too much so, Craig. Settle down, and no, he's terribly funny, and he's put on a lot. He's done a lot of. Oh, he's been pumping that iron. He's looking good.
So there is such a big following with Rocky Horror. What's the strangest thing that you've encountered with a Rocky Horror fan?
Well, I was downstage in a bar with one of our producers after a showing in the West End, at the Queen's Theatre actually in Shaftesbury Avenue, and we were down there, and just, you know, the show was emptying out and all the people were emptying out, and I looked across to the stairs, and there's a guy with those heels on that you can't actually walk. They're you know, they weren't for outdoor wear. These are bedroom high heels, you know, this long, and so he can't walk on them, and he's got a leather thong on, which is, you know, just the floss at the back, and he's going up the stairs away from us, and I went, oh dear, I'm kind of responsible for that. I am responsible for that. I'm not responsible for him coming out into the public like that. But, you know, well, perhaps I am. So that becomes a little bit kind of questionable, doesn't it?
And so in 2010, Rocky Horror was showcased on Glee. What was that like?
I didn't have really anything to do with them. They made the overture through my music publisher in Los Angeles, and we went sort of okay, and then 20th Century Fox and our film producer Lou Adler came on board and said, oh, Glee want to do the movie. And I said, no, they don't want to do the movie, they want to do the show. And I said, and we're not going to do the Rocky Horror Picture Show, we're going to do the Rocky Horror Show, the stage show. I don't want any reference to the movie whatsoever. And no clips in the movie. They were going to go to the clips, they were going to use the movie soundtrack. I said, what's in it for me? Nothing comes back my way if it goes that way. It goes through you guys. I get sixpence, and it's my show. So that's not going to happen. I got a phone call with my music publisher and the people from Glee saying, how can we get our way around this, Richard? Because we know we're down the path now. And I said, well, I tell you what we're going to do is no references to the movie. It's the Rocky Horror Show, and we're going to use, you know, the music that you guys are going to produce. You know, not soundtracks from the movie. So the movie references out. You're doing Glee. The people at Glee in this fantasy world, they're doing the Rocky Horror Show, not the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That has to be completely understood day one. Otherwise, we're not going to let you do it.
Whether people are seeing Rocky Horror for the first time or the 100th time, what do you hope they get out of it? I love theatre because I love the magic of being taken on another journey. I love it when the house lights come down and we go into another world. I love that, and Rocky does it very well. I think we get taken into this journey, and that's all there is to it, really. I think giving people the best show they can possibly have. A great show for the investment of their time and their money, because it's not cheap to go to the theatre anymore. And I want, you know, there's often we go to the theatre and you go, actually, we should have stayed home and, you know, got a DVD and had a takeaway. That would have been better. So I want, you know, I really want people to leave the theatre feeling they've had a damn good night out with, you know, and don't regret or resent a single second of their evening. That's what I like. Well, I think that's what they'll find when they come and see Rocky Horror this April in Melbourne. Thank you so much for joining us, Richard.
A great pleasure. Thank you very much. And all you out there.